With that, I'm going to invite Jackson to the podium, the CISO of the City and County of San Francisco.
Thank you, Raj. Good morning. It's my distinguished honor to be here this morning, to have this opportunity to welcome you to this inaugural cybersecurity symposium for local governments in Northern California. It's been a while since I took up the position as the CISO for the city of San Francisco. And reason why the day that I was appointed becomes so vivid in my mind and I never forget is that I was appointed on the very day that WannaCry was reported in the media and we were seeing a lot of stuff happening. So you understand that in the last few months, since the beginning of this year, we have experienced various forms of cyber attacks, from DDoS attacks that have affected our smart city initiatives to ransomware attacks that have compromised our various systems for both large and small cities, to various kinds of cyber threats that some of them that as we have read and heard from various media outlets that potentially compromised the 2016 elections. And speaking of that, I do believe that you are aware that DHS issued a directive recently where they were asking all the various federal agencies to be able to get rid of Kaspersky security solutions. Now, I don't know where you are as a city or as a county as far as using such solutions is concerned. As the city of San Francisco, we get concerned, and we have to act on such directives. So I bring the question to you, what are you doing about it? Are you going to say this is simply a federal agency's directive, or we should be able to respond? Or we should issue similar directives for our cities and counties? As cybersecurity professionals working for local governments, we are helping secure networks that not only provide information, but provide services that are critical for our public safety. Whatever affects our public safety really affects our citizens. And that is something that we should be concerned about. Whereas the federal government could be at some point concerned and will be able to move when there is a major catastrophe. But local governments, we are the closest to the people. So whatever is affecting our systems affects us, and that we are the first people to be able to respond. So in addition to just only being concerned about the various cyber threats, as cybersecurity professionals, we are also concerned about natural disasters when they hit. For example, recently, making mention of Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and various others that you've had. 2 days ago with what happened in Mexico City. When such events happen, cities are hit the hardest. The cybersecurity professionals in those cities need to have continuity of operation plans that they can be able to activate when such events happen. At the onset of Hurricane Harvey, as a city, our new CIO, Linda Gerrell, convened a meeting to try to understand how can we be able to help the city of Houston in meeting such a need. And the same thing, again, I bring to you. If there was a major natural disaster, or it was a major cyber threat that has hit maybe your city, how would you want us to work with you? How would you want us to help? What kind of help would you need from peer, from other cities? When it comes to your continuity of operations, when the Hurricane Harvey hit Houston, we are at a point when we were revising our IT coup for the city and county of San Francisco. As a department that is responsible for the infrastructure, that made us go back and ask ourselves, what kind of help would we need to ask for? And how can we incorporate that in our continuity of operations plan? As cybersecurity professionals, having looked at all the various challenges, having had the opportunity to be able to convene such an event as this, we looked at the various areas of concern. And I want to thank the advisory board for really doing an excellent job in identifying those various areas of concern, areas where we have weaknesses, areas where we have challenges that we want to be able to address. And as you look at the program for today, the program is rich in terms of content. The program presenters, the various sessions, we have people who have the experience to be able to address these various needs that we have identified within our cities and counties. So I want to encourage you, get out, get to these various sessions, but more importantly, connect, network. Because as you see our various cities, as you drive out, you don't see boundaries of our cities, and so are our services and networks. When one city is hit, the other city needs to be able to help. So network, get to know who is working in what space, who is where, so that you can be able to reach out to them. As I conclude my remarks, I want to thank our public sector partners, most especially Russ.hicks for organizing this event, for coming, getting all of us together. I want to give special thanks to the advisory board, our private sector partners for working with us, for getting the content, and also for coming out in big numbers so that we can be able to know some of the latest and greatest technologies. So I want to thank you and enjoy and wish you a wonderful event.